sir. I want some more.
What?
Please, sir. I want some more.
More? Snatch him! Hold him! Scout him!
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. Not to brag here, but we consider ourselves encyclopedic repositories of President Trump statements and answers, especially the particularly funny ones, or the particularly savage ones, or the ones that really make a point. And this is one of Donald Trump's best moments ever. It was during a live CNN town hall. It was 2 years ago, and President Trump decided to answer what he would do if he were president to stop the war in Ukraine. And he was able to turn the entire CNN audience against the anchor in an act of absolute genius. Check this out.
Both have strengths, and within 24 hours, that war will be settled. It'll be over. It'll be absolutely over.
Do you want Ukraine to win this war?
I don't think in terms of winning and losing. I think in terms of getting it settled so we stop killing all these people and breaking down this country. Now,
can I just follow up on that?
Incredible. Just incredible. I mean, what a perfect answer. I don't want any, everyone's losing. How about this? Everyone's losing. How about you start with everyone's losing because everyone's dying, because these cities are being literally blown off the map, because hundreds of thousands of young men and women and children, an entire generation has been shoved into the meat grinder. Why don't you begin by saying that everyone's losing? Okay, just period. And then start with the stop the slaughter. Like, I mean, I don't know how that even is remotely controversial. This seems like the most moral stance to have. This seems like peace being the best possible stance that you could possibly have in the given situation, to stop the carnage, stop the slaughter, and to work things out. Here we go. Zelenskyy just essentially endorsed Kamala Harris in Pennsylvania, while Josh Shapiro autographed ammunition. How do you like this now? This is now the Democrat Party. They're just endorsing forever war. This is now your new Democrat Party. This is what's happened in the last 20 years. You want to talk about a real transition in American politics? This is what's happened in the last 20 years. Democrats are the party of forever war, carnage, and death. And Republicans are the party of peace. This happened just this week. And then Zelenskyy went on to trash President Trump and trash J.D. Vance. Well, that tune changed pretty dramatically this morning when Donald Trump met with Zelenskyy at Trump Tower, saying we have a very good relationship. We have a good relationship with President Putin. If we're going to win and get it resolved, we're going to get it resolved very quickly. Zelenskyy looking like he's in a hostage video here, but I think very important commentary on the state of the race. Zelenskyy would not be meeting with Trump if they didn't think that Trump was going to win. Let's make that very clear. Zelenskyy is just a puppet of our American superstate, State Department, foreign policy apparatus that effectively staged a coup to install him. And the only reason that Zelenskyy would be meeting with Trump and validating his candidacy would be if those same people inside of the blob didn't think that Donald Trump was going to win, right? So Donald Trump meets with Zelenskyy today, Trump Tower. Zelenskyy has been sort of making the rounds all around the country, meeting with Democrat leaders and with now the Republican presidential candidate. The kind of epic walkout here for them. Gotta love it. Put the music, put the 50 Cent to walk out. How short is Zelenskyy, man? It's pretty short. Trump released a message from Zelensky's team asking to meet. Dear Donald, I hope you're doing well. I recall a recent phone call. It was really good. All of us in Ukraine want to end this war with a just peace. And we know that without America, it is impossible to achieve it. This is why we have to strive to understand each other and remain in close contact. Days ago, we requested a meeting with you. I really want to hear your thoughts directly and firsthand. Can we meet effectively? Trump shares that, of course. This is after he met with Zelenskyy meets with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris's promises forever war. She's a party of forever war. And Donald Trump then brings Zelenskyy to Trump Tower to talk about peace. This is something that Donald Trump has always been communicating with speeches all around the country for years. I think Zelenskyy may be the greatest salesman of any politician ever. He announced he needs another $60 billion. It never ends. I will have it settled prior to taking the White House, says Donald Trump. Again, Donald Trump has been calling for peace. This is what we should have. This is a conflict with no end in sight, and that is quite literally destroying an entire region of the world. There needs to be peace. All right. And we've been pretty sound on that front. All right. Vladimir Putin is a dictator. I think Volodymyr Zelenskyy is a douchebag. And I think that oftentimes we are lied to and told that there are angels on one side of a war and devils on the other, when really it's like two devils of different stripes fighting each other. And so that's why you should want peace. I believe the same thing, quite frankly, about what's happening in the Middle East right now in Israel. I really, truly believe that. And so that's the stance of this program. And that's why we actually liked seeing this morning. President Trump calling for peace live at Trump Tower.
So a moment ago, another Fox News alert now, a moment ago in Midtown Manhattan at the Trump Tower, this is the meeting with Ukrainian President Zelenskyy and the former President Donald Trump. They sat down in front of the cameras, took a few questions, made a few comments. We've got the videotape, so let's go ahead and cue that up for you and listen.
We have the president with us, and he's been through a lot. He's been through a tremendous amount, like probably nobody else, almost nobody else in history, if you really get right down to it. And we're going to have a discussion and see what we can come up with. But great honor to have you with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thanks so much for this meeting. Five years passed.
Yeah.
So we had meeting again here in New York in September, and now there are a lot of challenges in Ukraine, United States, and of course I want to discuss with you. I think where we are together, I think we have common view that the war in Ukraine has to be stopped and Putin can't win, and Ukrainians have to prevail. And I want to discuss with you the details of our plan of victory.
My honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have a question for the president? Anybody?
Why did you decide to meet?
I think it's me or to both us. Okay, thank you so much. First of all, it's very important to share all the plan, all our steps, how we can strengthen Ukraine. And of course, we have to decide it now, because after November, we don't know who is. Only Americans decide who will be the president. But we understand that till November, we can't stop Putin. We have to do it. We will try on the battlefield with our heroic soldiers. But we understand that after November, we have to decide. And we hope that the strength of the United States will be very strong, and we count on it. That's why I decided to meet with both candidates with all honor to them. Thank you.
Mr. President. Yeah, Mr. President Trump. So what are your expectations about this meeting? So what I expect to hear from the President Zelenskyy, what are your expectations?
Say it a little louder, please.
What are your expectations from this meeting? What do you expect to hear from Mr.
Nothing.
President?
Look, this is a meeting, and we have a big race going on right now. I guess 37 days left, and we're leading in the polls, and so we'll see how it all works out. Hopefully it'll work out, but if it does, we're going to work very much with both parties to try and get this settled and get it worked out. It has to end at some point. It has to end. He's gone through hell, and his country has gone through hell like few countries have ever, like it's happened anywhere. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. It's a terrible situation. And I will say I have had a great relationship. It was very honorable. I don't even know if you know this, but when they did the impeachment hoax, it was a hoax, just a Democrat hoax, which we won. But one of the reasons we won it so easily is that when the president was asked, it was over a phone call with the president, and he said he could have grandstanded and played cute, but he didn't do that. He said, President Trump did absolutely nothing wrong. He said it loud and clear, and the impeachment hoax died right there. He could have said, well, I don't know, I don't know. and I never even told you this, to be honest, but he was like a piece of steel. He said President Trump did nothing wrong. We had a very nice call. He congratulated me on his victory. It just won. And I remember that. He could have played cute, and he didn't play cute. And so I appreciated that. So we have a very good relationship. And I also have a very good relationship, as you know, with President Putin. And I think if we win, I think we're going to get it resolved very quickly. I really think we're going to get it
I
resolved.
hope we have more good relations.
We're going to have. Oh, I see. Yeah, but you know, it takes two to tango. You know, and we will. We're going to have a good meeting today, and I think the fact that we're even together today is a very good sign. And hopefully, we'll have a good victory because the other side wins. I don't think you're going to have victories with anything, to be honest with you. So we're going to sit down, just discuss it, and if we have a win, I think long before January 20th, before I would take the presidency. It's January 20th. But long before that, I think that we can work out something that's good for both sides. It's time. And by the way, the president knows that too. He wants to get something done. He doesn't want to do this. And so we look forward to having them. I mean, I look forward to being with him. But what I said is true. He was a piece of steel. He gave a very honest, straight answer. And that it really essentially ended the impeachment hoax. And I appreciated that. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, President.